Change, change, change. 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 Change, change. Hi there, welcome to my weekly messages on Jelaila Star. Today the topic is establishing your truth in 2012. But before I begin, I want to talk a little bit about last week. I wrote the email about don't shoot the messenger and got tons of response. And thank you guys. I really appreciate the support and to know that you're out there. It reminds me of why I keep doing this work. So moving on. Today, establishing your truth. Out of that and all the confusion and everything that occurred when I wrote the previous message about Obama's role, I began to realize that, it just seemed that people were really touchy more than usual. And when thinking about that, and actually discussing it with my friend Julie, I realized that, probably the reason that people are so touchy anymore is because we're so inundated and overwhelmed with so much information, and we have so much to get through that to figure out what's real and what's not real, what's true, what's not true, who to believe in and who to pass by. That when someone comes along that we think we can trust and they blow us out of the water with something, then, it just really sets us off. And I totally get that. That's why I went ahead and wrote the don't shoot the messenger message so that I could explain the higher perspective. Because when I write from the higher perspective as I was taught to do over a decade ago. A decade. Okay, so today the topic, like I said, is about establishing your truth. And I wrote 2 articles a while back. They're on the website. And I know many of you may not even go to the website anymore because you get these messages delivered directly, and I'm not referring you back there very much. But I want to go back and refer you to the article section. In the article section, there's over 100 articles on everything from ascension, discernment, establishing your truth, so look under the discernment, emotional clearing, DNA recoding, starseeds, walk-ins, relationships, inner child, dealing with anger, dealing with money, clearing money blocks, Nibiru. There's a whole big thing on Nibiru there too as well. There's just a whole gamut of articles in there. And the reason they're there and the rest of the over 500 pages on the website is because I was told years ago to create a library, a resource section on the internet that has galactic and multidimensional information so that people can go there and do their research. So I did. Now, so go to the article section and look for 2 articles. One's called Establishing Your Truth, and the other one's called Establishing Your Multidimensional Truth. And these will help you understand how to sift through all this information that we're getting today. And at the same time, help you determine who you need to be listening to and how to ferret out all the nuggets of truth and information that is many times the nuggets are surrounded by a bunch of fluff. How to pull out the nuggets. So, but because it's going to take a bit to go read all those, I wanted to give you a few pointers that I use when I'm looking at information, because I do not get as confused and overwhelmed as most people do, because I was trained for these days. I was trained to be able to know how to figure out what to listen to and what not, and what to let go of. So here's 3 pointers. Number 1, keep in mind, and of course these are all higher perspective, that the goal here is integration of the light and dark. And light and dark are simply polarities, and we as creator gods and gods manifest those polarities as situations, events, beliefs, patterns, whatever. So our goal is to take something that's dark, which means it's fear-based, and integrate. Integration in this case means finding the value, finding the purpose, because that's the next thing. Everything has a value and a purpose. The second one is the dark ultimately serves the light. And this, what I mean by that, the dark or the dark polarity is actually the teacher. The fear, the pain, that is the teacher that alerts us that something needs to be changed. So it's giving us a gift if we can recognize that and change whatever it is that needs to be altered. The third thing is, oh, I know I was going to forget one. We are all here playing roles. We are souls playing roles. So that means everybody who is here on the dark side, whether you call it the global elite or the cabal, or, some ETs, everybody who is playing on that side is playing by soul contract, because we all have contracts. We make soul contracts before we come into this lifetime as part of our life blueprint, our plan for this life. And the purpose of those contracts is to help us see the aspects of ourself that we can't see. We can't turn our eyeballs inward to see our beliefs, and we can't usually see how we're behaving. Other people can, but we usually don't see it. We can get blinders on. So we ask other souls to enter into contracts with us to act out those beliefs, and so that we can see them. And these contracts can either be with one individual, with a family, they can be with a group, with a nation, even global, even galactic. So everybody's playing a contract. So when we talk about the cabal, we talk about the global elite, we need to do so with the understanding that they are still souls and they're in contract, and it's very hard for them. So that's it. So go read the articles, and I'll talk to you next week.